14.
Well, we are minutes away from tip-off of the NBL Grand Final when the Canterbury Rams are the favourites to win over Auckland today. And their fight to be in the Grand Final, it wasn't easy, but one person they can thank is rebounding king Lockie Ulbrich. He snatched 16 last weekend and the TAB is paying $220 if you think he could get 14 or more today. Across the floor, Corey Webster, he's known for his unmatched efforts in assists, but he's also shown he can step up when the Tuatara need him most. On Wednesday, he poured in 11 last quarter points to help book their grand final spot, and with everything on the line, could he rise to the occasion again? Well, the TAB is paying $235 if you think Webster could get 25 points or more today. Download the TAB app. Remember to bet responsibly. Now let's head to Christchurch for the 2024 NBL Grand Final.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cowles NBL 2024 is rated E. Back to the road. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. I don't care what you think you got. It's not fair what you think you thought.
Ototahi, Christchurch is ready for the big dance. Cowles Stadium is ready for the Cowles NBL Grand Final, and I hope you are too, because you better bet the Canterbury Rams and the Auckland Tuatara are. Kia ora and welcome to our viewers on Sky Open. That was last year, 2023 champions, the Canterbury Rams. Can they add another one? Can the Auckland Tuatara avoid 3 straight years of grand final heartbreak? There's only one way to find out, and that's to stick with us here on Sky Sport. As you can tell, it is getting pretty loud here in Cowles Stadium, Casey Frank, as the Rams fans are making themselves known, and how good to be back to having a grand final on a home court.
Well, this is what it's all about. In front of your home fans that cheered you on all season long, giving that advantage to the team that earned it, and the Rams certainly earned it. The Tuatara, not that far away, but if any team's going to be able to come in the road in a cauldron of hostility and come away and play well, it's this Tuatara team. They're experienced, they're talented, and they want this title.
Well, let's see what people at home think, shall we? On the mixandpick.com poll, 67% going with the reigning champions, the Canterbury Rams.
Well, a lot of fans down here, and the Rams have been playing great. They won the last matchup in Auckland on the opposition home court, so not surprising that the fans at home think that's the way it's go. I'm a little bit more on the fence. To me, it's more of a 50-50 game, but you got to vote where your heart is.
Those polls, you expect to see that move? How much movement are we going to see throughout the game?
Well, there's going to be a lot of movement because I think this one's going to be back and forth.
Okay, let's pause now, shall we, for the singing of the New Zealand national anthem here at Cowles Stadium.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to get the runner-up ahead of this grand final, please welcome a haka performed by Ponamu Naitahu.
Casey, you talk about those big moments that make a grand final, make a big occasion, The national anthem, very much one of them. However, we look down that line, top of my head, around 300 caps for New Zealand have stood there and listened to in that talking to Tuatara line. Is that going to make a big difference?
Well, I think so. Before we get to the stats, I'll talk about my final for me. The Auckland Tuatara, the Auckland Stars against the Hawke's Bay Hawks and Porto Winatana and baloncesto with a haka at each other before that one fired everybody up. It was great. But now looking at the stats, these teams are so close. There's nothing between them. You see the points per game difference, a little bit advantage to the Rams, vice versa to the Tuatara defensively. But funnily enough, I think the Tuatara better offensively, the Rams better defensively. Efficiency-wise, pretty much the same. The Rams are a better rebounding team. The Tuatara have to make inroads there. You see the made three-pointers, even. You see the free throw attempts per game and the percentages, pretty much even. Assist-wise, even. Steals per game, the Tuatara, a little bit of inroads there, but I think that's one smothering. You know, this is so close, but the stats don't matter. None of this matters. What matters after a season of basketball is how these guys play today, and that's going to be determined once that whistle blows.
Well, let's have a look again at who these guys are, starting with the Auckland Tuatara. Corey Webster, Cam Glidden in the backcourt, Tom Vodanovich, Rob Lowe, there he is in the front court, and the glue that keeps it all together on the wing, Ruben Tarangi.
Lowe and Webster, they're the most important players of this team, no doubt. They have to fire. Cam Glidden and Tom Vodanovich, they can get hot from deep and they can play great defense, but to me, it's about Ruben Tarangi and what he's able to do offensively and defensively. He sacrificed more than anybody on this team this season because he wants that title so badly.
To the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams. Well, there we see Ruben Tarangi lacing up his boots. Captain New Zealand, of course, on multiple occasions. The experience he brings is just going to be absolutely second to none alongside his star-studded team today. Can the Rams stop him?
It's his physicality. He can impose his will physically at any time in this game on both ends of the court. That's going to be important for them.
For the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams, Taylor Britton, Kai Isa, just young Kai Isa in the backcourt. Walter Brown, another youngster on the wing, Max Starling and Lockie Olbrich in the front court. Two of their imports coming off the bench. Of course, Casey, one of them being MJ Walker.
Well, youngsters everywhere, all under 27 started. Britt and Isaac, 2 points combined in the title last year. Brown, Darling, very important defensively. Olbrich, the MVP, we talked about him. But off the bench, MJ Walker Jr., he had 41 points against this Auckland Tuatara team in the first matchup of the season. And nobody in the league has a weapon like that coming off the pine, except for this Rams team.
MJ Walker Jr., like we said, alongside KJ Buffin on the bench, and a strange way we don't often see the imports coming off the bench, Casey.
And with their shooting ability, it's going to be impressive. There we see that game he got against the Tuatara. Fantastic scorer. KJ Buffin hasn't played in a month. What is he going to be able to do off the bench as well?
It is time for the ball to go up and the South NBL to finish in 2024. There's only one thing to do. Grab a slice of South, settle back and listen to Justin Nelson and Casey Frank.
Kia ora, Hugh. Great work. Look at that crowd at the moment. They are ready to explode. Hope you are too. Dust the formal wear off. The big dance has arrived. The Rams and the Tuatara. Our coin officials, Callum Welsh, Matt Bathurst, congratulations, game number 200 for him this afternoon. What a way to celebrate. And Marty Davison as well. It is all set. One win apiece this season against each other. Two thrilling semi-finals. The viewers going with the Rams. 66% of the vote. Rob Lowe, Lockie Olbrich, what a matchup that'll be today. Four-time Sal's NBL champion Casey Frank joins me. Tip-off not too far away. It all comes down to this.
And look, coming into this game, I really could not pick who's going to win this game. These are very evenly matched teams, different in levels of experience. I think that's the most striking defense between these two teams, but there's nothing in it. Either one of these teams can win big or tight. It's going to be a great game.
Season 2024 Sal's NBL Grand Final is underway, and it will be the Aucklanders to get the opening possession. Of course, they had a win here earlier this season off the back of that blistering 47-point second quarter. Tom Vodanovic, Corey Webster, former Ram, now a Tuatara star.
And that drive to the basket tells me how locked in Corey Webster is. He doesn't settle for the jump shot. I love that action by the Tuatara, really working it from side to side. You can see also how much pressure the Rams are going to put up. They are defending all the way to half court.
And some respect just seconds before tip-off when Corey Webster looked over to Judd Flavel and they gave each other a thumbs up. Max Starling!
Well, if he can hit threes like that, really stretches the defense and changes the geometry of the court for this Rams squad. Important for him to get off to that early start and gain that confidence.
Last time these two teams played here, 35 threes between them. Tangling up, down low. Foul here called on Taylor Britt.
Well, he's fighting hard. Rob Lowe's trying to get his position. Taylor Britt a little too handsy. I think that's why he gets the whistle. He has to move his feet a little bit more. See those hands underneath. That's why it's a foul. Rob Lowe doesn't like it, but I'll tell you a secret. Big guys don't like guards in general. Just get those little fellas out of me. Get them away, otherwise they're going to get an elbow to the dome. Fortunately, no elbows this time around.
Have you ever heard of David and Goliath?
Well, that one's not quite that big a mismatch.
Here's Ruben Tarangi. Excellent in Wednesday night semi-final. Rob Lowe can hit threes. That one off target.
Huge rebound, Taylor Britt. Steps out of bounds as he takes that one out of the hands of Tom Vodanovic. That's a great rebound coming out of the cylinder. Unfortunate turnover. Let's see if we get vision of it here as Taylor Britt comes down and steps on the line right there.
Ball in. Vodanovic, first shot for him is good.
He was a little cold last weekend. He had spent about 4 weeks away from the team with the Tall Blacks and with some personal issues, but fantastic to see him with his eye in early. Much like Max Darling on the other end, that changes things for the court geometry.
Taylor Britt to respond, and he does. Raining threes already this afternoon.
And that's a shot he wouldn't have taken a season ago. That's part of his expansion into an all-league player.
What a great start to the grand final, Tarangi.
He just knows when he has a physical advantage, and he can exploit it down there in the low block whenever he gets the position.
13 points already scored in the opening minute and a half. Olbrich, first real touch for him. Straight out to his point guard. Taylor Britt Ulbrich trying to clear a path. Vodanovic is going to get picked up for the foul here.
A little bit silly off that foul there when he's trying to push off him to that level. Tom Vodanovic really physical early on the screen. He got away with it, but then here he just puts that elbow into his chest. Doesn't need to bang him there, and that's why he got that whistle. But the Tuatara trying to show that they're setting the foundation physically.
Inbound, Rams, Ulbrich, Darling, Brown through hands. Look out for Ulbrich down low. There he is. Got some size coming across to double low. Isaac gets it up for Taylor Britt. Can't get it.
The Rams relentless on the glass right now. Great look ahead into the post.
Back to back, Tommy V. Not on this occasion. As you mentioned, Casey, 8 points in the semi-final. Quite one for him. Oh, was there contact there?
Ruben Tarangi knows there is. He came and looked at Coach Judd Flavel with quite the smile after that one. It's always good to get away with a little contact early. Let's take a look at it. You see that foul, makes him lose the basketball. And Taylor Britt goes straight into the boxes. He knows where the good food is.
It was a nice slip and slide, that one, wasn't it? Inbound again, Walter Brown curling to the basket.
Tarangi pulled the chair out. He backs out of that contact that Brown's expecting. Makes it harder for him to finish there.
The attention already on Webster, as you would expect. Liddon alone in the corner for three. Misses his opening shot. Both teams trying to settle. Casey, how important is it to get the nerves out of the system early?
The nerves are going to be there, not going to be there. You just got to play your way through, and Taylor Britt's doing a nice job of that early. Hit the big three and hits that patented shot of his. He loves that mid-range, little pull-ups if he's not going to the cup.
Only scored 2 points in last year's grand final. Taylor Britt already has 5. Rob Lowe.
Well, just transition defense, such an opportunity for the Tuatara. Have the Rams retreating, scrambling, trying to find players, and they lose Rob Lowe. Not the guy you want to lose beyond the arc.
Already 4 triples between these two teams. Arm wrestle, as you'd expect. Ulbrich losing a handle on it somehow. Found Isaac to Darling. Well short. I think Ulbrich has stepped over the line there. He has.
Yeah, very close to a second foul for Tom Vodanovic. He's just trying to box out. I love the chase and the attack of the glass by Lachlan Ulbrich, but he is not rewarded with possession that time around.
Let's not forget Lockie Ulbrich, just 20 years of age, up against Rob Lowe. Stalwart, loaded with experience, the 32-year-old centre for the Tuatara. Here's Webster underneath, bread and butter for him.
I mean, not a fancy play, but Walter Brown gets caught up on the screen, and then the skill and the class of Corey Webster takes his time against a taller player, makes it look easy down low.
Ulbrich turns to the basket. Oh, just puts it up and in. How easy.
I mean, great defense from Vodanovic. Definitely not as easy as he makes it look. That's tough off balance and contact. They're all involved in trying to make that shot.
Basket for basket, early stages of the 2024 grand final. Oh, Glidden knew where he was going. Rob Lowe had departed the scene.
Yeah, that was great action everywhere. And Lowe is already gone. He had cut all the way through trying to get to the post. But you love the way they're moving around. Take another look at this difficult hit by Lachlan Ulbrich. Tommy V in the way, and then there, Rob Lowe just not in the right place, cutting to the basket.
I like this for the Tuatara as well. Early minutes here for Charlie Dalton and Braden Ewell.
Well, this is when they bring them in. Since they've brought this lineup back, just after 6 minutes is when they bring those two guys in to bring a little energy and enthusiasm with their youthful exuberance.
MJ Walker and Buffin both on the floor as well. The imports coming off the bench. Ulbrich misses. There is Buffin. Haven't seen him for a long time. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
And he is fired up to play. Has been getting splinters in that rear end. He's been on the pine so long with that injury. A high ankle sprain, so difficult to come back from. But you don't see any ill effects early. Be interesting to see if there's any wear and tear as the game goes on, because he's only been 100% or close to for about a week. And the first 3-4 minutes, that's all adrenaline. But in the 38th, the 39th minute of the ball game, that's where we're going to see if there's any ill effects of that injury.
Well, he's a 94% shooter from the Chemist Warehouse as he misses his first.
Well, he was. He missed one. You lose that 94% pretty quickly.
I spoke to Judd Flavel before the game, Case, and I asked him if KJ Buffin was 100%, and the emphatic answer was no.
Well, at this time of the year, if you're taking a paycheck, you're not going to be 100%. The only 100% you have is the first day you signed that contract.
Great to see KJ Buffin back. Here's Iuli for three.
Well, they're closing out way short on him, almost daring him to shoot. Look to see if the Tuatara keep that strategy throughout this his time on the court.
Midway through the first, a packed Cowles Stadium. Taylor Brick to Ulbrich just couldn't handle it, could he?
Well, it was just in the wrong spot. Because it's that blind wrap pass, you don't really see where it's coming from. It didn't come in the breadbasket, right on that right hand. Can't quite get it, and then it's knocked off the leg. Excellent officiating there by Callum Welsh making that call. Iuli knocks it out of his hand, off the leg. Tuatara possession.
Crew chief this afternoon, Callum Welsh. Referee of the year, I believe. Here's Charlie Dalton for three. So the two youngsters have had a shot apiece. Expect them to settle in. Nerves for them, no doubt. MJ Walker, we know what he can do. Deep two is off target, up and over. Buffin gets it back. And in the end, this will be against Walter Brown.
Well, you can see the aggressiveness with which this Ram squad is crashing the glass. They are coming after every miss. There's at least one on there, sometimes multiples. And there you see the displacement of Iuli as Walter Brown had a decent shot at the ball, but to the of the opposition his way.
I like seeing MJ Walker take some early shots as well. Had 41 against the Tuatara on this floor earlier this season. That was his season high. Dalton nearly turned it over. Glidden downtown for the 34-year-old Australian. Look out, Charlie.
Rams really playing off Dalton and Iuli. They're basically daring them to shoot, but the energy that Dalton brings on like glass that time is what gets the bucket.
Tuatara by three. Taylor Brick searching. Pull up, elevation good, but the defense was great.
Phenomenal challenge by Iuli there to close that space. I think he might have gotten a piece of it as well.
Dalton, baseline drive, and there's that pesky sideline.
We caught Taylor Britt on the rebound earlier. This time, Charlie Dalton just steps out. And this is the confines of this stadium are tight. There is not a lot of space on the sidelines, the baselines. The white line looks like it's pretty bright when you're looking at it on that TV shot right there, but inside the stadium, it's very easy to lose your placement.
Double overtime semi-final for the Rams. This time last week, got over the Airs by one. Tuatara took down the Bulls by three midweek. Here we are, grand final day. KJ Buffin
picking up where he left off. He's had a huge jump in his efficiency from deep with the Rams this season, and a month on the pine did not take any of that efficiency away.
All tied up. Tarangi with the miss. Ulbrich getting up high for the rebound. It's his fourth rebound of the game already, Lockie Ulbrich. And now he goes one end to the other.
Well, he just sees the size down there and says, you are not big enough for me to not get to my goal. Lockie Ulbrich, I love his grab and go. That's rebounding the basketball and initiating offense. He gets in this position. Tom Vodanovich, you're strong, but you're not strong enough to keep me from getting two and maybe three the old-fashioned way.
So Lockie Ulbrich takes a seat. 4 points, 4 rebounds already in this game for the young 20-year-old star, the MVP of season 2024. No doubt will have come in nervous. Judd Flavel, he'll be happy with the last 60 seconds. Let's have a listen in.
Down. We're going Kings Jose. Kings Jose, remember, we punch, catch. We got this happening on this side, KJ, and then you're just in the corner. Off this hard. This corner, want you guys just a back cut. I want Lockie, you pass that thing to Taylor. Let's try to get that one below the foul line. And we're setting the screen on Rob here.
This screen here has to make him go that way. That way. Force him. Go set like that.
Yeah, we're going to have a layup either way. Either a lob or that. Just screen him, just screen him. Here we go. Hey, who's in?
Well, Casey, people up and down the country keep telling us that they love listening to you and I talk about pizzas. And we do it pretty well. The Sal's NBL Steel Combo. There's the grand final special from Sal's, $30. That is an absolute beauty of a special. Maya Williamson has been listening into the Tuatara during that time out. Maya, good afternoon to you. And what was the message from Aaron Young?
Good afternoon, Justin. Yeah, there was a lot of passion in that time out there from Quay Webster and Rob Lowe. A lot of offensive direction there from Coach Aaron Young. But the biggest thing was closing out hard on these guys and being able to rotate and help. It takes 5 people to defend the Rams, they said, so that'll be their focus coming out of this one.
Not surprising, Casey, to hear the experience of these two men talking it up during that timeout. They've got a lot to give.
Offense for the Tuatara looks good, really rotating that ball well nicely and getting the Rams in difficult positions despite the missed shots they have so far.
Olbrich on low, everybody else clears out, and Olbrich delivers.
Wow, how about the agility of that big fella, putting it on the floor, crossing up Rob Lowe, taking the contact and still getting that finish. Very impressive.
The man from Adelaide is up to 7. Dalton with the miss. Rams come up with it. Olbrich, rebound number 5.
Quick shot there by Charlie Dalton. Quick shot here by KJ Buffin. Different result as he drains that one. 3 for 3 from the field now is Buffin as he picks up points number 7 there. Sorry, 2 for 3. Pardon me, I forgot about that.
Glidden plays for a foul down the other way, gets the whistle. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse, and I think it's going to be 3 here.
Take another look at that Olbrich. You see that it just drops that forearm in. Rob Lowe gets a hand on the ball, so no foul, but this is what Buffin does. Catch, shoot, and count it. 3 to the dome, letting his teammates know.
16 points a game this season. KJ Buffin shoots the 3 ball at just a tad under 40%. He's already hit a couple here in this afternoon's grand final. He's one of the best, isn't he, from the Chemist Warehouse?
He can really lock it in. He's great all about the repetition, the motion from there. But the Chemist Warehouse stripe, the Tuatara have to get there. A week ago against the Rams, they get there 18 times, only made 11. Conversely, when you're talking about this Taranaki squad and how many times they went to the the Rams squad against the Taranaki, they went to that free throw stripe 31 times a week ago. The Tuatara have to find a way to get there with a little bit more consistency in this one, especially when they're trying to make up these points here.
All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our official stats partner in 2024, the Chemist Warehouse. Buffin Jr., Olbrich, 7 points apiece. Rams lead it by 6. Olbrich short on that one.
Somebody left the door open. Easy to do in Cowles. There's a lot of doors around. But Olbrich, he felt good leaving the hand, didn't feel as good later. Max Darling will check in and give him a breather.
There's a lot of people here this afternoon. Work during the week coming out of Christchurch. The grand final sold out in 4 minutes.
I'm surprised it took that long.
It's got to have time to log on. Iuli.
It's not dial-up anymore, Justin.
What? It's changed, has it? When did that happen?
It's different now.
I've been left behind. Tarangi around Tama Isaac. Nice basket.
And Tama Isaac, a very strong physical player, but not in the same weight class as Ruben Tarangi. He sees those matchups. He knows how to take advantage of them.
Here is the 17-year-old. Buffin Jr. had it, lost it, and another cheap turnover.
Interesting time here for the Rams. We've got Rob Lowe, Corey Webster, Ruben Tarangi on the court with Cam Glidden against a very young Ram squad. The Isaac brothers, Max Darling, and the 2 imports. You can see the trust that Coach Judd Flavel has in his youngsters.
4 in it, just over a minute to play, opening quarter. Webster, the 3. That one just off.
And Mika Isaac chasing, but normally when you don't challenge that one, you can just about count it.
4 points so far for Corey Webster. Is MJ Walker.
Well, he's more known as a shooter, but if he's going to be putting it on the deck and attacking the teeth of that defense, that can really open up some roads for him on the perimeter.
Opening points for MJ. Low taking contact, no whistle. Walker comes up with it on the charge. Tarangi stepping across, commits the foul, and a little bit of a high five there.
Well, he said they got me on that one. In reference to that play earlier with Taylor Britt, has a little bit of a laugh with Coach Judd Flavel. You know, Judd Flavel, so familiar with so many of these players coming up through the Breakers development system back in the day. You know, Rob Lowe was one of them, Ruben Tarangi, Corey Webster, players on both teams. That man has been so instrumental in getting them to this level.
A win today for the Rams would be Judd Flavel's 4th Sal's NBL title as a coach. Dying stages of an enthralling first quarter. Good hand in there from Glidden. It falls to Isaac, runs straight into low. They've got to get it up here. They do through Darling.
Those are the breaks you get when you're destined to win a championship. Great defense by the Tuatara. Can't wait to see how Auckland reacts to that last-second make.
Margin at 9. All of a sudden, last shot you would think. Tarangi to answer, back of the iron, and that'll do us. The opening 10 minutes has belonged to the reigning champs, the team in red. They lead by 9. Hot shooting, both ends of the floor. Let's head straight down to the sidelines.
Well, actually, we're trying to get Rob Lowe. He's still having a chat with the official, so he's going to be coming over now. He's not going to go to it, but fantastic shot by Max Darling there to seal things.
They lead by 9, quarter time. Wow, we're up and running. Grand final. Gotta love it in the Cowles NBL. Nā mai hoki mai, welcome back to Cowles Stadium, Cowles NBL Grand Final, and it's the Rams leading by 9. Some hot pizza there and some work needed in the kitchen from the Tuatara. Let's go straight down to the sidelines and catch up with Coach Aaron Young. Coach, thanks for joining us. What was the message at quarter time?
Yeah, too many second chance opportunities and run them off the three. They're making a lot of threes right now. We're not making it difficult enough.
You're happy with your looks, 2 for 13 from deep as Corey Webster gets the steal and looks to finish this one on the break and does so. You happy with the way the offense is, or is there other areas you'd like to attack this Rams squad? Aaron calls punch there, not away from the mic, but Coach, you're happy with the way the looks you're getting in that first quarter, or you want to get the offense in other areas?
Yeah, I mean, looks are great. I think we can do a better job of, playing that next action and just getting some good looks.
We'll let you get back to work, Aaron. Thanks very much as Rob Lowe comes up with a big block.
Huge block, really extended himself there. That's 2 great defensive plays for the Tuatara to start the quarter.
Vodanovic just off to the left. 3rd consecutive grand final for Aaron Young and this team. Kaya Isaac pulls up.
Oh, great rebound there. The Tuatara out-rebounded 14-7 at the quarter time, and you can see that the Tuatara have put some inroads there. Nice box out by Lowe to control that one.
Here's Webster. Vodanovic, corner pocket. He's fouled by Darling.
And just what is it about Tommy V's form that gets him so many whistles on the triple? Just lines that one up, plenty of time to take it, great footwork, shoots it up, and Max Darling.
Not a lot of contact there.
A lot of contact in that one. But you see Coach, official Marty Davidson points straight to the feet, saying you did not give him enough space to land cleanly. And it doesn't have to be a lot of contact when you're talking about those type of fouls.
We spoke about this during the season, Casey. Tom Vodanovic and Tatui Lewis of the 5. They're the 2 players for me who are fouled the most beyond the arc.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go with somebody else there. I think it's Ethan Rusbach.
Up there,
over the
yeah.
years. I think he's right there. I think that Tatui Lewis has come onto the scene in the last years, but Tommy V might have the most 4-point plays in the competition this year. I did not do that stat work, though, so I can't confirm that.
Oh, no, I'll agree with you. 66% this season from the Chemist Warehouse. He drains all 3. We're back to 4.
That's how important the three-point shot is as an equalizer. Can get you back into the game so quickly. Let's see how the Rams respond to this mini run.
Vodanovic and Webster, 6 points apiece, leading the way for the Tuatara. Olbrich has been sensational, gives it up to the corner. Walter Brown from downtown.
Corey Webster probably overcommitted to that three-point shot. We already saw Olbrich miss 2. One of them was an air ball. Instead, he gambles to get the contest. Wide open shot for Brown in the corner.
First points for young Walter. Margin at 7, low, soft touch.
Just so fundamental. Gets to a spot, goes up with the left, can finish with either hand so well. Up to 5 points now. Here's Rob Lowe.
Isaac on the charge.
That's 2 on Ruben Tarangi with that physical activity there. Kaya Isaac, he always thinks there. You see Corey Webster goes for it. One dribble, kick to the corner. Walter Brown all alone picking up where he left off a week ago where he was hot from downtown. Walter Brown went 4 for 7 from deep against Taranaki.
There is Walter Brown, 3-point shooter this year. Look at that, top 5. Just a tad under 43%.
Is he the #1 three-point shooter in the competition this year? I was not aware. You know what's funny is because he did not take a lot of threes. In the first half of the season, he didn't make a free throw, was struggling a little bit with things. I think he was a little fatigued after that Tasmanian Jack Jumpers title run in the Australian NBL. But these last 4 weeks, you can see he's found his rhythm, especially on that jump shot where he's shooting with a lot of confidence.
By the way, Kaya Isaac, who's just drained a couple from the Chemist Warehouse, MVP of the Sky Broadband Rapid League this season. Vodanovic here shooting for 3, that one short. Also Kaya Isaac, last year's grand final, did not step on the floor. Big opportunity for him this afternoon.
I mean, not that uncommon for 19-year-olds, but he has made a huge jump in his development this year to be a contributor.
Brick to Darling.
That's
Big
strong.
Max bustling through, tapped off the rim by Rob Lowe.
Comes out with it, initiating the offense on this end. What's he going to do with it?
Vodanovic turning around Darling. There's some muscle, and the whistle is called.
Red 12.
Well, I love the aggressiveness of Tommy V right now. He's missed a couple of shots. He's 1 for 4, but he's still staying aggressive. Max Darling, real strong move. Rob Lowe tips that one off the rim, corrals it, and then you see on this end, Max Darling closing that space just a bit. Straight up with the body, but the body's leaving the cylinder. That's why the whistle gets blown. A chance for Tommy V to go back to the Chemist Warehouse strike and lessen this lead.
Tommy V with the miss. Favourite colours, who's your team? There's the QR code on screen. New Balance and Belgravia apparel, team merch still available. Go and enjoy yourself. A little bit of grand final day shopping.
Why not? I'm sure there's some end of season sales as well. Got to jump in there.
Hey, Tommy V misses 2.
After making 3, misses the next 2. 3 for 5 now on the day. That's good. That's maths.
Is that a free slice, by the way?
I don't know if it is in the finals.
Taylor Brett. Oh, Walter Brown comes up with it.
Offensive rebounds. That's the 4th of the game right there for the Rams, and they're getting some good chances off of it.
Margin back to 9. Iuli with the miss. Walter Brown, fingerprints all over it the last couple of minutes.
Not a surprise. He's such an all-around player. Kai Isaac drains it. And the Tuatara need another timeout. What an explosion by the Rams there. They are picking up that pace and looking for quick offense. And unlike the Tuatara on the other end, where they're 2 for 16 from the three-point line, the Rams 7 for 12. There's Walter Brown with the rebound, the kick, and here's Kaya Isaac. Catch, shoot, nothing but nylon.
Extreme confidence there. And this Rams team up and about. They lead by 12. Aaron Young addressing his troops. They've got some work to do.
Hey. We did a good job getting back into it. The threes we're getting are not the issue. Those will fall. It's about our discipline to fucking come up with those extra possessions. That's what's fucking blowing it open. Stay with it. Stay with it. Hey, offensively, back with this group. Give me a snap V small. Snap V small. I2 at the 1. Get that action in. All right? We got to get stops. We're in 15 here. 15. Punch screen, we're not switching. When they get into this action, steer it, communicate on that last one. Here we go, come on! Go, boys.
Apologies for the language, but it is grand final day and the coaches are working hard. Speaking of working hard, Hugh Bainen's been all over it, down on the sidelines with the Rams. Hugh.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. Just listening in to Coach Joe Flavel. Not much for him to be upset about, as you can imagine, with a 12-point lead midway through the second. So keeping it all tactical, talking about keeping his Rams players at home under the hoop if Tommy V has a one-on-one. So there's help at the hoop for Tom Bogdanovic, and staying at home and letting Braden Ulie let fly from three at will was his words.
You can see that strategy in the way they're guarding them. They're playing way off those players. They're happy to have them be the shoot dudes and finish those plays.
What a season for the Wheeler Motor Company. Canterbury Rams, 16 straight wins.
This is looking like a box and one right now.
And they may come up with it. They have.
They are completely denying Corey Webster out of the corner and sort of playing a little zone everywhere else. And we see the hand from Walter Brown once again gets his fingertips on it. Looks like Ulbrich might have gotten that one late, but it stays with the Rams.
How good has Walter Brown been over the last couple of minutes?
Well, he's Youth Player of the Year a season ago. Loses it to his teammate this year, who's also the MVP. But he's still got a mighty bright future himself.
Speaking of awards, All-Star 5, Most Improved Player, Taylor Britt, Corey Webster now. The Tuatara get up today. He becomes a 5-time Sal's NBL champion. Glidden on the turn.
Just not guarding.
All alone, and that's what he does.
Oh, I love it. Charlie Dalton a season ago, if he was left out wide open, probably wouldn't even looked at it. Doesn't hesitate, rattles it home, but it goes in. I think that's going to lift the Tuatara on these looks moving forward. Double's got to come to Ulbrich here.
Mismatch. Pass, a hard one. Look out. Brown finds Buffin.
Walter Brown again. He is doing so many things that are impacting winning right now and keeping the Rams in this lead.
He's stuffing the stat sheet.
Back to back.
One side to the other.
Charlie Dalton.
Wow.
He says, take that scatter report and smoke it, Judd Flavel, because I'm draining those triples now.
From left to right, Charlie Dalton back-to-back threes. Buffin.
Oh, just really good awareness by Lachlan Ulbrich. Tom Bogdanovic just comes over to double, but KJ Buffin doesn't sit in the corner. He cuts, makes himself available, and finishes with power.
KJ Buffin hasn't played for the best part of a month as Webster drains the three. Timeout for the Rams.
Judd Flavel did not like that.
KJ Buffin up to 11 points in the game. Game high right now. Look at Corey Webster. He wanted the whistle.
Well, he wants that fifth title. You mentioned it. He's chasing that number 5. First, we see Lachlan Ulbrich with the drop-off. KJ Buffin looking fresh as a daisy. Has not missed anything. Fantastic finish there. The double comes. The vision for the finish. And then on the other end, Corey Webster doing what he does. Buckets. Drops that one in with ease. And Judd Flavel calls a timeout because he does not want to see Corey Webster get hotter than he is right now. C-Web right now, 4 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from deep for 9 points. They also got 2 assists and 2 rebounds.
And his reaction, Casey, on the non-whistle was one of anger, and we've seen it before. When he generates his own anger, look out.
You know, everybody gets motivated by different things. Some players like go out there, have a great time, laugh, but they're still serial killers on the court. But some guys need a little extra motivation, and when they get that extra motivation, they just treasure it like Gollum with the ring. They hold it, and it creates a fire within them that really cannot be put out by the opposition. And that's what Coach Judd Flavel is worried about right now. He does not want to see Corey Webster have one of those days.
Webster 4 of 5 shooting this afternoon. He has 9 points leading the way for the Tuatara. Look at that for a sight. Filled to the brim here at Cowles Stadium. Hugh Bainen's been listening in down on the sidelines through that timeout to the Rams, I believe. Hugh.
Well, no one knows Corey Webster in this building better than Judd Flavel. He brought him up, as Casey mentioned, all the way through the Breakers Academy, through the Breakers. He's worked with him at the Tall Blacks, and of course he won a championship with him at the Canterbury Rams. So that timeout was exactly as you said, Casey. That was a Corey stopper. Made one bucket, stopper right there, and let's see what we can do.
From one end to the other.
Listening in.
Maya, what was happening down with the Tuatara?
It was a recognition that the Rams are getting all their points from drive and kick, whether that be a backdoor cut or a three-point shot, and they've obviously shot the lights out in their home gym. So they're just talking about their rotations, getting there a little bit earlier and not over-helping.
Well, while we were hearing from those guys, we saw, I think Rob Lowe took a little cork to the thigh, see if that has anything. And another foul, believe that was the second on Walter Brown.
Just listening to those reports there from Hugh and Meyer, real game of chess unfolding right now. A little bit of indecision there.
Well, he lost that up, almost like it was going to be a front. Needed to fire that one in because Rob Lowe had great position. And those unforced turnovers, not what the Tuatara want to see. They've got 4 turnovers right now. The Rams have 5.
We've been talking about Walter Brown and what he's done so far this quarter. Charlie Dalton is up to 8 points now for the Tuatara as well.
Getting hot from 3 will do that for you.
Maya Isaac with the miss. Margin at 7. Pensive times. 4 minutes to play in this opening half. Great pass. Great finish. How many times have these two men done exactly that?
Well, that's created because Lachlan Olbrich tries to take this charge here. He pumps in with Rob Lowe, he flops a little bit, and when he's on the ground, there's nowhere to guard it. That's foul number 3 on Walter Brown, which could be key in this game. He has been instrumental defensively and getting some offense going as well, and now he heads to the bench just as the Auckland Tuatara's best scorers are starting to heat up. Rob Lowe with 7, Corey Webster with 9, and we're gonna have to put Charlie Dalton on that list with 8.
Well, that is a big play, isn't it?
But Olbrich, like he's trying to bait. There's a contact going out back and forth between him and Lowe. Tried to bait the officials into the whistle. I'm really happy they didn't call that. Shouldn't get those floppy calls in the title game.
Corey Webster right now is talking to anybody who'll listen. One of the best in the business when it comes to thieving the molten is Cam Glidden, and I reckon the Rams are going to be called in for a chat here. Cam Glidden comes up with the steal. Look at the hands here.
He just swipes it. You know, Lachlan Olbrich, a really good dribbler for his size, but Cam Glidden, one of the best swipers in the competition, and Olbrich overcommits on the other end. He wants a couple more whistles coming his way, but right now, it's just tilted a little bit into the Tuatara favor.
Ranked number 2 in the competition, Cam Glidden, the 34-year-old out of Bunbury, Western Australia. 2.4 steals a game. Judd Flevel called the timeout. Margin back to 4. Let's sneak in and have a listen.
Okay, get that shit out of our system. All right. Same thing. Get with those hard shows with Corey there. All right, we got any pick and pops, make sure that we're rotating. On the pick and pop, Lockie, you're running hard to the basket. Next guy on the basket's got to run to the corner, okay? Offensively for us, we're slow. Like it's not like the pace there, all right? You got to get more pace off that one. Let's get, let's go back to 3 pinch. But we got to cut hard. If you're not involved, then you actually still got to cut hard.
Who are the guys that pass it to Lockie when you got to fly off it, get to the corner,
yeah.
Clear the nail out.
3 pinch. Let's go.
Go.
3:45 to play. The reigning champs, the Rams. Can they go back-to-back? It would be their first back-to-back title since 1989 and 1990.
Looking at the stats, a couple of things jumping out to me. The Tuatara now 5 for 19 from 3. They were just 1 for 12 at one point, so they've done a nice job of shooting their way back into things. And secondly is the free throws, creeping up for the Tuatara. They've got 9 attempts now. They can continue to keep on that edge of things is against the Rams, who have shot 4 out of 5. That's going to give the Tuatara an advantage, slow things down, let them set up the defense. And lastly, the rebounds. Just 1 offensive rebound for the Tuatara so far, and a 7-rebound discrepancy to the Canterbury Rams, who are just attacking the glass and controlling the glass defensively at the same time.
All of the stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Cam Glidden, all 4 of his points coming from the coloured stripe. KJ Buffin gives it up in the corner. He's got 11 points, game high scorer right now. Oh, a little hand in there. Is that against Webster?
Well, unfortunate for him. It looked like he had his hands high late. Let's see where he gets it. He comes in there and he just gets his hand a little carried up there. Completely accidental. Let's see if they're going to call this one shooting. They are not. There's ball on the sideline.
First foul for Webster this afternoon. Only man in foul trouble right now. Walter Brown with 3.
How about this comeback? The Rams were up 12. The deficit down to 2. Tuatara turned it on.
Taylor Britt, good hand in there. Rob Lowe, that's why.
7th turnover of the game for the Rams now.
Dual defensive player of the year, Webster. Got all the way to the rack. Loose ball. Who comes up with it? Lockie Albrecht. MJ Walker charging away. Oh, nearly went in.
That's going to be out of bounds. Once it hits that shot clock, it can't count anymore. No foul called on that one. Coach Doug Flavel thinks that's some physicality with the body, which is illegal. But MJ Walker does not get that whistle. Take another look at it. I think that's Cam Glidden's in pretty good defensive position. He drops the hip a little bit. That's what the Rams don't like, turning it out. But overall, I think solid. One of those calls that could easily have gone either way.
Judd Flavel, championship winning coach. Auckland Pirates, I think it was back in the day. Here's Glidden for three.
Well, Cam Glidden getting his eye in is a bonus for the Tuatara. Now they're back in the lead. The Rams have to respond. The offense is dried up in the half court. Do they have an answer?
We're about to find out. Now trailing by one. Albrecht from downtown. Oh, wow, Lockie.
Lachlan Albrecht does it from deep, was 0 for 2 before he hits that one. One of them was an air ball, but that one he's able to drain. Just fantastic job locking in and getting that bucket.
How about this?
Let's go, boys. We got
Cam Glidden doing what he does so well, one of the best in the business. And then the big Rams center, the young man.
Well,
nothing but net.
Cam Glidden, he makes a lot of threes. There's only 9 games this year when Lachlan Albrecht has hit a triple, and only in 2 of those did he hit more than 1. But what a time for the Ram to hit it.
Webster at the stripe, moves to 10.
1.
Albrecht
what a season.
Now in double figures, 10 points, 8 rebounds already. He had 16 rebounds a week ago.
3 dimes
Tommy
as well.
V with the hustle. C. Webb wants it. He called for that ball.
And now he gets on the drive. Just steps back off the contact. Can't convert.
Good late challenge there, making it just a bit more difficult to finish than it was a heartbeat before.
AJ Buffin.
That's got to be a trouble.
Everywhere. That won't count.
That was a fantastic Euro sidestep, but a little bit illegal as we take another 1, 2, 3, 4. Little hoppy, a little hoppy.
Did a bit of a stutter in there. Rob Lowe knew what was going on. 2 to play in the opening half. Grand final, so tight as you would expect. Rams by 1. Webster.
Oh, beautiful.
Great pass into Lowe.
Fantastic offense there. Using the Rams' awareness of Webster against them. Hand off to the slip. Beautiful pass by the man who led the league in assists.
He's got a couple, in fact 5 already in this game. Isaac, corner 3 is short. Lowe, another rebound.
The triple has dried up for the Rams. They're 8 for 14 now and not getting as much activity at the basket as well.
Oh, look out. Rob Lowe, his eyes lit up then.
The second quarter has been the Tuatara quarter all season long. In the second quarter this year, they have just outscored this Tuatara team with will.
They were down by 9 at quarter time. They now lead by 4. Lockie Albrecht.
The MVP steps up, 12 points for him now and 5 for 8 from the field. Huge shot when they need it most. And going back to these 2 quarters, the Tuatara's second quarter against the Rams this season, they have outscored them 77-45. In the other 3 quarters of those games, the Rams have outscored them 140-117.
It's a massive stat, isn't it? And it's playing out very similar today. Casey, got to ask you, this young man, Lachlan Albrecht, the season that he has had, there's the stats. Just how far can he go?
I mean, talent-wise, he's swimming in that pool of NBA talent. He's not a lock first-round pick, but if you talk about size, ability, talent, he's got every check mark to be one of the guys who's good enough to play at the highest level.
Both teams still have their player timeout. Lowe stepping around and putting it down.
I mean, just the balance, the strength to take those hits and get that finish. Really aware basketball.
Don't forget, Rams led by as much as 12 as Albrecht adds another 2. We're back to 1.
Well, really nice dish there by Taylor Britt drawing the defender, dishing it off, and Ulbrich hits a tough one over Lowe's contest.
15 points, 9 rebounds for Lockie Ulbrich. Webster draws contact.
That's a tough cover for KJ Buffin, and he did well. He made it a really difficult shot, but in the end, when Webster goes to the reverse instead of the strong side, that forces KJ Buffin to reach a little bit too much, gets him in the arm, in the head a little bit. So we've got 2 free throws for C-Web.
You're going to talk to me on that level of disrespect that would lead to a tee.
What about the career of Corey Webster?
I don't think
a championship today for the Tuatara. He becomes a 5-time Sal's NBL champion.
Those 5-time champs, that's a short list. Not a lot of guys in the 43-year history of the league have been able to pull off the title that many times. A lot of them are Saints, no question about it.
He was saying he was a little bit dirty during the week on the awards announcements.
Well, he definitely let me know. He's got my number, and he texted me that he thought that the panel did not get that one correctly. And I let him know we did the best job that we could, but you can understand the anger. Led the league in assists, was top 10 in scoring for the number 2 team in the league. He thought he deserved to be there.
He's up to 11 points, 5 assists as well. Player timeouts available, may not need them. Down to 6, down to 5. The captain bundled off it.
Well, it's a tough call on the Tuatara because I thought Taylor Britt created that contact. Looked to me like he drops his shoulder in on Dalton to make that, and he gets the whistle there almost over the outstretched hand of Logue, is able to get it to drop, but instead he will go to the line with a chance to tie it up with 2 seconds left. Let's see if the Tuatara don't use their player timeout here. 2 seconds left to go in this one. They still got that in the pocket.
Shooter.
What a contest. What a season for Taylor Britt.
And it's 2 more assists a game than he had a season ago with 7 more points. The efficiency is about the same, but the shot difficulty is much higher than it was a year ago. These aren't catch and shoots with nobody around. This is coming off the bounce, attacking the rim, defenders all over him. Just really impressive growth of his game.
The 27-year-old captain hits one, misses one. Tom Vodanovic straight away yells,
I think we
got to play
put
a timeout, or?
Going to put about a half second back on the clock here. That's what they're talking about. He called it out immediately. At least 0.3 has to come off the clock when a player timeout is called, so I think this should be 1.7.
And of course the rule is, Case, with the player-only timeouts, only the player in possession can call it. And as we saw then with Tom Vodanovic, as soon as he rebounded the ball in mid-air, he was screaming it out.
Well, they're getting more used to the rules around that one. And I haven't seen no time added to the clock. They're leaving it at 0.1.
1.5 on the game clock. We'll just get it reset.
Okay, so they're putting 1.5 on the game clock. I haven't seen it yet. Doesn't look like the, there we go. 1.5 on the game clock, ready to go.
So last play of an exciting opening half to this year's Sal's NBL Grand Final. In, great pass, big block, MJ Walker. Way to get the crowd on their feet.
Unbelievable recovery because Ruben Tarangi was all by himself. He gets it clean up high. A lot of contact down low. Ruben Tarangi certainly wasn't afforded a clean landing space on that one.
Gee, the crowd went wild for that. 0.1, got to be something special. Oh, so close. What a setup, Webster and Tarangi, and that'll do us. Opening half, living up to all expectations, Case. There's a point in it.
Well, this is exactly what you expect. The 2 best seat players from the regular season have come together. They're both playing it really well, executing well, and giving their all for the victory. Let's hear from Maya, who's got Walter Brown with her right now.
Really hot start for you guys. What has worked well for you in the first half?
I think when we defend well and get the rebound, we can run. If they're scoring and we're taking out the net, we're making it hard for ourselves.
So you were up 12, but now you're only you're trailing by 1. What do you think you need to change going into the second half?
Probably just foul discipline and defending a bit better. I think that's the keys for us.
Awesome. Good luck for the second half. Now here with Rob Lowe. Hey, Rob, you trailed by 12, and now you're up 1 at the half. What do you think changed?
We just picked up our defense. They had 40-odd points with 7 minutes left in that quarter, and we picked it up a little bit. We got to keep that intensity going in the second half.
Cool. What do you think are the key offensive points that you're going to go and focus on in the second half to hopefully get the win?
I mean, we scored 50 points. So we don't really need work on offense, it's defense.
Thanks, Rob.
He's all business, isn't he, Rob Lowe? 15 points in today's grand final. Spectacular. Plenty of highlights. Margin at 1.
Hey fellas, we weathered that storm to begin with. Yeah, we came back and fought that shit. They're gonna have another fucking fight. Yep. We gotta react to that and come away again.
Welcome back. Half-time here in the NZNBL Grand Final, and we are in the bowels of Cowles in the Canterbury Rams dressing room. They trail by 1 point, 51-50, having led by 12. Conversely, the Tuatara, the comeback kids so far, led by Rob Lowe, Corey Webster, and how about two pretty big three balls from young Charlie Dalton as well. Hugh Baden here alongside Casey Frank. Half-time entertainment well underway. We don't need any more entertainment. It has been a cracking first half of basketball, Casey.
Well, you mentioned Charlie Dalton. I think those threes are the shots that change the complexion of this game. Vastly different offense confidence from the Tuatara after that. But this is how I expect it to be. It's a title fight, both teams throwing punches.
And the big punches from the Auckland Tuatara coming courtesy of big bad Bobby Lowe. Rob Lowe at his very best so far in the grand final.
Well, he's got some nice touches early, and he's been able to get some clean licks, first from deep. His defensive intensity has been just as important. The 9 people at the rim, rebounding all defensively to end those possessions, getting the Tuatara back in that game, in that category where they're well out of it early. And then offensively, Corey Webster creating for him, using his size and length to his advantage, and absolutely punishing mismatches when they're trying to put Taylor Britt on him. He has taken him straight to the paint, and going to the grindhouse to go to work. But when he's hitting that 3 ball at the same time, it's a complete game, and I don't know how you really work to stop him. It's just a very difficult task.
A big change in the defensive intensity from the Auckland Tuatara after some success with the drive and dish from the Canterbury Rams, and Lachlan Olbrich pulling the strings for the men in red and black as per usual.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been very key early in the game. They're getting the ball. He's using his physicality really well. His confidence has stayed high on the jump shot, and you have to respect that jump shot. That opens up things like that drive and dish. 15 points for him as well. When he's hitting that 3, that's a bonus. Only 7 times this season has he hit a 3 in a game, but when he does, it sets it up for this other type of activity, his passing, and of course his running mate Taylor Britt setting him up with the drive and dish as well.
Let's have a look, shall we, at the tail of the tape at halftime, thanks to the Chemist Warehouse.
Well, you take a look at it, and the efficiency of the Tuatara jumped in that second quarter from inside the arc. At one point in this game, they were 1 for 11, I believe, or 1 for 10 from the 3-point line, so really did a nice job after that. The Rams hot early have slowed down a bit, but I'm looking at those free throws. 15-8. It was pretty much even at the end of the first quarter, but the Tuatara, that's where they made them inroads, getting themselves fouled. Rebounds, that's the thing the Tuatara have to be concerned about. The Rams can win the game there.
It's a 1-point game in the big dance. The Auckland Tuatara 51, the Canterbury Rams 50, and we'll be back after the break.
Welcome back to Cowles Stadium. What a game. You would expect nothing less after the thrilling semi-finals we had. To get these two teams to this stage, the big dance, look at that. The Tuatara lead by 1, but importantly, Casey, the Rams actually led by 12 at one stage.
And That's the fight you love to see from the Tuatara, able to come from that big loss. And Corey Webster, a big reason for the ability to come back into that game, the way he played in that second quarter. He's got 11 points overall, but he's also got 5 assists and 3 rebounds, slicing and dicing early in the game, putting pressure there, cutting without the basketball, making himself available. Tough shots made everywhere. Defensive intensity, jumping on the loose ball, finishing on the break, taking the easy ones when they're there. But the three-point shot, as important as anything else, he was able to go 1 for 2 from deep in the ball game. Passing to his teammates, though, that's what the real penetration of that defense is. He draws so many defenders when he drives that he can really set that table up for Rob Lowe in particular.
Well, we saw what he did in last year's grand final, in red, by the way, against the Tuatara. But in that semi-final on Wednesday night, when the Tuatara took down the Bulls, his second half in particular, it was next level.
It was huge. The way they went together, you know, and it's not just one player on this Tuatara squad. They act as a collective, an amoeba. Everything comes in, everything goes out. It doesn't, like Corey Webster and Rob Lowe, often the guys who get the finishes, but they play that way because of how they all come together and sacrifice for one another.
No love lost in sport whenever Auckland plays Christchurch. Here's a bit of a rundown on the history of these two proud basketball cities over the years.
Yeah, back to the Rebels. Back in '99, the last time the Rams went down to a Tuatara squad, or to an Auckland squad. Of course, the big thing is, Justin, you've mentioned a couple times, no team in NBL history has been to 3 straight finals and lost 3 straight. Tuatara trying not to become the first.
Can they change it all today? Opening possession, look at this, baiting Corey Webster into a shot.
A little confusion on the weak side. Everybody jumps out at Rob Lowe to take away the 3, and somehow C-Web ends up with an open 14-footer.
Up to 13. Now the Rams need to respond. They led early stages. Kaya Isaac Webster with the block. Look out.
Steals, block shots, doing it all. This young man is locked in.
He'll love the fact that you said young as well, as Vodanovic misses from a long way out.
When you shoot a jump shot like that, you can stay young forever.
He's got some years left in him yet. Taylor Britt just searching at the moment. Goes it alone. Pass, ends up with Darling. Shot clock ticking down.
A little confusion on the Rams. Don't really know what they're looking for.
Britt just puts up a prayer in the end. Just sensing something right now, Case, as this Tuatara.
If I'm Coach Judd Flavel and I don't have a good offensive possession next time down, I'm calling a timeout. Maybe here on the make.
Tarangi can't make them pay. Now let's see what the Rams can do.
Get the ball to Ulbrich in the post. Go to your MVP. Get him some touches here in the second half. They're not looking for him at all, just dribbling around.
Here's the chance. Ulbrich on Low, nowhere to go. Defensively, good work, Rob Lowe. Britt now. Ulbrich in the corner, a 3 for him. He's already hit 1.
A bit better movement that time, but I want to see the Rams get that ball side to side, not making the Tuatara move enough on the defensive end just now.
Missed opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, look at that. Timeout, Rams.
Well, he's got to call a timeout because the offensive execution has just dropped off a cliff for them on that end. That's part of that is the defense of this Tuatara squad. There we see the block shot by Corey Webster, and lets him know, get that out. Here we see this beautiful pass by Rob Lowe. Walter Brown and Kaya Isaac, a little bit of miscommunication. Now, I think that's supposed to be a switch, but because that short cut by Tarangi, nobody switched on to him.
First points of the game for Ruben Tarangi, 1 of 8 shooting in the grand final. What a time to come up with that basket as well. A little bit of pressure now on the Rams. What a day for the Sal's NBL Steel combo as well, just $30. There's the QR code. Sal's champion. Now that is an online code that is worthy of today's game.
And just because the basketball stops today doesn't mean you can't keep getting that deal. Good till 1st of August. Enjoy that deal until the end, and that's a heck of a pizza. Half cheese, half pepperoni, some garlic knots. I'm not going to say no to that one.
It's a steal, isn't it? Not. Okay, I get it. Yep. Let's go down to Hugh Bainan.
Thanks, Justin. Well, Judd Flavel in absolutely no uncertain terms, reminding his team that this is not the occasion to be hesitant. It is not the occasion to stop communicating with your team. It's a grand final, and if you want to belong out on that floor and hold the trophy at the end of the afternoon, you need to talk. Let's hear what the Tuatara had to say, Maya.
Thanks, Hugh. Yeah, there was a lot of encouragement again from the veterans, Cam Glynn, even Charlie Dalton, Rob Lowe and Corey Webster all had things to say. The main message from Coach Aaron Young was, A, just keep going, keep hacking at it, and B, just watching the slips out of those switches, but they're really happy with what they're seeing first of the second half.
Thanks to Hugh and Meyer, pacing the sidelines with the two teams this afternoon here at Cowles. And a turnover there, missed opportunity, shot dropping short. Margin at 5, the Aucklanders are coming. Can they extend? Go inside to Rob Lowe. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
Well, Rob Lowe, great cut there. Able to move without the basketball. And you can just see the difference in the level of execution between these two teams right now. The Tuatara basically getting whatever they want in the half court, a vast difference to the defensive imposed by the Rams in that first quarter. On the other end, the Tuatara have taken the Rams completely out of that offense. That's that turnover there, the 8th in the game for the Rams. They've doubled up the Tuatara and the turnover count, and that has helped equal the rebounding battle. Another area, the Auckland's coming back into it. It's just a 3-rebound difference between the two teams now.
All of the stats were thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Lowe 3 of 3. From the stripe, he's up to 17 points now. Look at this, they're out by 7.
And an efficient 17, he's 6 for 9 from the field.
There's a foul here off the ball. That'll be against the Tuatara.
I think that was on Rob Lowe. Couldn't quite see, Ruben Tarangi gets called for that one, sorry. His 3rd personal foul. A little bit of foul trouble. 3 on Tarangi, 3 on Taylor Britt, 3 on Walter Brown. Of course, he had that 3rd one, did Brown, in the first half. 2 for Charlie Dalton and Tom Vodanovich, as well as Max Darling on the Rams.
This crowd just quieting down a little bit now.
That's what happens when Auckland takes you out of it.
Taylor Britt, closely guarded. Darling, baseline drive on Lowe, ran into the tall timber. He may get it back, though, he does.
Walter Brown creates that opportunity for Max Darling. I love the strong, powerful drive. That's the effort they have to go. Max Darling just picks up his 3rd personal foul on that push right there, trying to squeeze Tom Vodanovich off the screen. Look at a strong move. Great defense by Rob Lowe. Might have been a whistle because he brought his arms down, but look at Walter Brown. Gets a hand in late. Luck happens a lot when you're hustling.
He's the master of 1%ers, isn't he, Walter Brown? Foul on Max Darling.
Beautiful pass.
Ends up in the corner. Iuli back to Lowe. Look out. Webster by himself. Fires up from deep.
Well, you love that offense.
Loose ball picked up by Olbrich.
Love that offense. Unselfish passes. Making the extra pass. Got a wide open look. Just doesn't lock it down.
Brown. Who's the whistle on here? Is it going to be Iuli or Lowe? It goes to Rob Lowe.
Well, that is going to be Rob Lowe's 2nd personal foul. Take a look at it, and there you see on the arm. Gets that left hand, and Walter Brown had pretty much run out of real estate, so he's pretty fortunate that he gets the whistle.
Britt, Brown and Darling with 3 fouls apiece for the Rams.
Walter Brown at the free throw stripe. Did not have a lot of luck there early in the season. Took him about 8 games to hit one entirely. Goes 1 for 2 in this one, and it's been a bit of an issue for him across the season.
He's 49% on the season. Yeah, you're right. Not his sweet spot. Margin at 4.
Look how they guard Iuli, just not even covering him on the 3-point line.
Vodanovich, catch, shoot, mate.
Kai Isaac's all over him. But Vodanovich looks like he's got the mismatch down low and on the perimeter in that against Kai Isaac.
He was one of the few players from the Tuatara to have a night out here last time.
What is the Rams' answer? Who do they go to?
They are working Taylor Britt over right now, but up bobs Lockie Olbrich.
That's such a big shot. Only the 3rd time this season he's hit more than 1 3-point shot in the game. 18 points for him on 7 for 11 from the field.
Loose ball, look at him get after it. Isaac comes up with it. Rams all of a sudden on a charge in the corner. Darling can't finish it. There's a foul here. Is this Rob Lowe again?
Yeah, I think it's Rob Lowe underneath. That is Rob Lowe. He picks up his 3rd on that one. He wanted a flop. Olbrich has been exaggerating the contact at different times. Take another look at the 3. Olbrich deep behind the line. Tickles the twine for 3, cuts it to 4, and the next time down, Walter Brown drives, and look at underneath. low, and Ulbrich just he just bails on that one. That's the same kind of contact we see every play, but he sells that one to the official to get the whistle.
Ulbrich, the 20-year-old out of Adelaide, plays for the Illawarra Hawks, of course, in the Aussie NBL. 18 points, 12 rebounds. It's such an important game for him and his team. Can they get another 2? They can.
Those offensive rebounds, that's what gets it done. That's been the Rams' recipe all season long. It's coming to fruition again.
And they come up with it. We're back to 2. A chance to tie it up. Taylor Britt backs it out on Iuli. MJ Walker, Buffin for 3.
That's a brilliant transition attack. The pace that Taylor Britt pushed. We see a timeout to Auckland because of it. But Taylor Britt gets that steal, turns on the Jets, and they get 3 passes in before the Tuatara defense is sent. Buffin, the hero of the first quarter, comes back in the third with a huge one there. First we see Kai Isaac off the carom with the putback, and then we see MJ Walker kicking to his restricted player partner, drains the triple. The crowd loves it.
3 of 3 from downtown for KJ Buffin today, back from that nasty ankle injury. He's up to 14, and just like that, the Rams fans finding some voice. They lead by 1, packed house at Cowles Stadium.
Man, it looks like they're watching a lecture right now, but when the action starts getting, they blow the roof off of this building. They have been fantastically supporting this team. Sellouts all year round. You mentioned earlier, 4 minutes to sell out the game today, and they are all wanting to be in the game for the history of a back-to-back title.
And the grand finals continue right here on Sky Sport. How about this one? This time next week, the Pulse and the Mystics do battle in the ANZ Premiership Grand Final for 2024. Look forward to that one. TSB Bank Arena in Wellington. Pulse to start favourites, I think.
That is information outside of my skill set.
Well, how about this? All of a sudden, the Rams seem down and out in the opening couple of minutes of this third quarter. Bang, bang, right back into it. They lead by 1.
And from the big man hit the triples. Lackey Ulbrich hits the first one. KJ Buffin hits the next. Great efficiency for those two. They've combined for 12 for 17 from the field.
Dalton gave up the outside shot, got himself into trouble, and they turn it over.
Well, Charlie Dalton needs to shoot that shot. They're guarding him like that. He proved in the first half he's got that ability. He's thinking second thoughts on himself a little bit there, but he's got that wide open look. He can shoot it, but if you're going to drive right into Ulbrich, it's going to be very difficult for good things to happen if he's just sitting there waiting for it for you.
Turnovers today, the Rams have 8, Tuatara have 7.
And just a little break to wipe up the sweat from Tommy V, trying to dive for the save after the fumbled reception in the corner. All cleaned up now, and here we go.
There's our view of the game. Best seats in the house right here on Sky Sport. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you may be watching the grand final right around the world. KJ Buffin.
What a great play call there from Coach Judd Flavel. Brilliantly executed that high post and straight into the high-low as Buffin's up to 16 points to go with Ulbrich 18.
And all of a sudden the Rams lead by 3. This time Dalton takes the shot. Ulbrich rebound, number 13 for him.
Good look, he feels more comfortable in the corner, but it stays the 3-point Rams lead.
Here come the Rams. MJ Walker leaves it short. Oh, a little bit of a slap there. MJ Walker knows it straight away.
Corey Webster just goes, "Are you gonna call this?" He's just smacking me. Are you gonna blow that whistle or what? At this point in the game, Rob Lowe, I like that. Bring Rob Lowe back in the ball game as we take a look at that beautiful high-low action. Ulbrich looking for the pass right on reception. Then on the other end, excellent defense down low from Dalton. Ball stays with Corey Webster. There's the foul.
Let's not forget when the Tuatara defeated the Rams on this floor by 12 points back in mid-April. There was no Lockie Ulbrich and no KJ Buffin.
No Cam Glidden for the Tuatara as well, but it's certainly a vastly different Ram squad compared to the one we see today.
Low. Glidden for 3. Left it short. Look at Low
rebound
on the boards.
That's a great board. Unable to keep it, but I love that effort. He's basically just in a battle with Buffin underneath to grab that one.
Rebound number 7 for him. Glidden nearly comes up with a steal. Always lurking, isn't he, Cam Glidden?
There's 4 minutes closing time for both teams. You know, when you're looking at the end of quarters, you get down to a minute and a half. A lot of times, who wins those possessions and those times of the game, that's who wins, eventually wins the game in itself. So I'm looking to see who's able to execute out of this last period here and take control of this game going into the fourth.
Britt held to 6 points, 5 assists to Olbrich. Oh, around the world, Lockie Olbrich. Glidden up with it. Vidanovic.
What a finish by Tommy V with a lot of contact from Taylor Britt. Beautiful kick ahead by Cam Glidden, seeing that Tom Vidanovic had that one-on-one opportunity. And the transition game has been few and far between. But you see that great rebound by Rob Lowe. Cam Glidden gets the scramble, kick ahead. Tommy V says, I'm too big for you. Get off me, little guard.
Hey, get him on the arm and it throws him off balance.
GJ
Yep.
Gardner-Holmes replay. Tommy Vidanovic, who I've got to say is a man who somehow amasses championships.
He does.
Well, not somehow, he's a very good player.
Well, first he knows where to go. That's the go to the good teams. But how about the fast breaks today? Just 4 fast break points for the Tuatara so far in this one, and just 6 for the Rams up to this point in the game. Both teams do an excellent job in that transition defense.
Corey Webster with the foul, not happy about it. He wants to chat. 2 for him. Tarangi has 3, Lowe has 3. 3.5 to play in this third quarter. Championship quarter. Oh, now there's a foul here on Lowe.
Oh, wow.
That's 4.
That, to me, that was clean. That looked like Rob Lowe hit the ball, and it went off Taylor Britt afterwards. I'd love to take a second look at that. Marty Davison, official Marty Davison, doesn't call it right away. Let's see. No foul there. That's not one of the whistles being blown, and it's right here when he pokes at it. Does he foul him? He gets a bit of arm. I think a good call in the end. It would have been a turnover. Probably the right call, even though it was a half a second late.
Well, the big story out of that case is Rob Lowe sits with 4 fouls, and that is not what the Aucklanders need right now.
No, Olbrich has been starting to enforce his will on this game, and it's going to get a lot easier without Rob Lowe's 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists out there. Did I mention the 2 steals and 3 blocks?
Been good, hasn't he? And surely this Rams team just keeps going to Lockie Olbrich. He's up to 20 now to go with 13 rebounds.
Well, Olbrich, 7 for 12 from the field. And most importantly, I think for the Rams, 4 for 4 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
So much playing out. Look at the 2 coaches in picture there.
Well,
Aaron Young and Judd Flavel.
Tuatara have to get it across, otherwise it's a shot clock or a half-court violation. They do.
Margin of 3. The fans find some voice. Charlie Dalton with the miss. Olbrich rebound number 14. If they get a shot here, if they get some points, this crowd is going to explode as MJ Walker goes long.
Corey Webster was yelling for the ball in that last possession. Charlie Dalton does not get the whistle.
Here's Walker Jr. Brings it out, resets. Olbrich has the hide over Glidden. Britt for 3!
And Corey Webster sags in off 1 pass away. That's not where the help can come from. Too easy as Olbrich picks up assist number 5.
And the margin now at 6. Pressure all of a sudden back on the Tuatara. Turnover. Britt, Olbrich, Walker, Olbrich.
What a pass by MJ Walker. Olbrich and himself doing a 2-man dance to get the bucket. And all of a sudden it's an 8-point lead.
Well, this is what you spoke about, Casey Frank. This is the run. Championship quarter, grand final, 2024. The trophy awaits. The Rams searching for back-to-back. Defensively, do they come up with it again? Yes, they do.
Well, Ruben Tarangi thinks that got hit by one of the Rams. Taylor Britt has a bit of a laugh out about it as well. Sometimes tough to see it in that scrum on the court. Take another quick look at it. There it goes right off Taylor Britt's leg. Cowles missed. Another break for the Rams right when they're riding a wave.
Can they make it double digits?
That's got to be a charge, and it is.
MJ Walker that extended arm.
We spoke earlier about who's the best at getting fouled in the three-point shot. Well, Cam Glidden, one of the best at taking charges, puts himself in front and sets himself up to sell that contact, knows that push is coming, and what a huge turnover forced on that defensive play there by Cam Glidden. Hasn't had a lot of activity on the offensive end, but huge influence defensively on that possession.
Still some merch available. Do yourself some shopping on Grand Final day. QR code right there on screen. Go and buy your favourite colours.
Rob Lowe back in for the last minute 40.
Oh, this is a big call. This is a massive call right now in the Grand Final for the Tuatara. Rob Lowe has 4 fouls. He's so important to this team. Vodanovic.
Tommy V comes up big. 14 points for him now, 3 for 7 from deep, and no hezzy on the catch and shoot.
That is a huge shot, isn't it? Taylor Britt, Buffin Jr., what a game for him today.
Well, those drive and attacks are easier because Rob Lowe can't contest. He's just got to get out of the way. He can't play normal defense with 4 fouls.
Webster senses the occasion, gets it back, should finish and does.
Well, just the stick-to-itiveness, excellent defense by the Rams, KJ Buffin in particular, but Corey Webster hangs around, gets another bucket as he goes up to 15.
Inside the last minute of what has been an enthralling third quarter here today. Isaac. Oh, Olbrich, don't tell me he's going to hit 3 of them.
Wow.
Oh, don't tell me.
First time all season long in the South NBL that he's hit 3 3-pointers in a game, and he does it in the championship.
Mr. MVP, 25 in the game for the 20-year-old Aussie to go with 14 rebounds and 5 assists. 3 triples. What a game. Listen to the crowd. We're alive at Cowles. Vodanovic having words there with KJ Buffin. Listen to the boos.
Oh, they love it. If there's one thing that players should play for Auckland like, it's the boos, because they know they're coming, and they're only coming when you're doing good things. And Tommy V, you might have been right. He may be the best at getting fouled on threes. Olbrich, nice extend by Rob Lowe to make it tougher, but that is pure as the driven snow as it touches nothing but nylon.
9 of 14 shooting all round for Olbrich as he takes a seat. Gee, Grand Final MVP. Wow, maybe.
Maybe. Playing like it right now. Tommy V hits the first. Huge three free throws now 2 to get the Tuatara back into this game. Big difference between 7 and 5 going into the 4th.
Look at the fans. Oh, you gotta love it. So much passion in the Cowles NBL, up and down the country. What a day to celebrate. Season 2024. Vodanovic misses the 3rd. Margin at 6. 4 to play. 3 to play. Oh, Taylor Britt! No! Just dropped in his lap. And the margin at 6 with 1 to play in the 2024 Grand Final. Crowd on their feet.
Well, that's all defense. Fantastic effort by both squads, really getting into it. You love to see that kind of effort. And now we're going to go over to Maya, who's got Lackey Olbrich.
Massive quarter for you guys. What do you think has been your recipe for success, and what's it going to take to get that championship win?
I think it's just a hustle, our effort, you know, way better than was in the first half. Getting inside and outside opens up all of our looks. So I think just, you know, keep that effort above theirs and outrun them.
Awesome. Good luck, Lockie.
What a start. Quarter to play. The decider. And it's the home team. Back-to-back champs, maybe. The Rams lead by 6. The Cowles Cauldron is alive, a quarter to play in season 2024. The Rams searching for back-to-back. Who's your MVP? Lockie Olbrick coming alive in the third. Let's go straight down to the sidelines. Rams up by 6. Judd Flavel, what was the message at three-quarter time, Coach?
Just being assertive. You know, we played really hesitant at the start of that quarter. Our communication on defense, we got broken down there as well. But just in general, just being assertive.
Taylor! I'll get Judd a second later. He just took off the headphones. He's going to talk about that play. He wants a specific play coming in. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to save him because I got a really good question for him when he comes back.
I love this. I love it. Great TV.
Well, Judd, one quick question. Rob Lowe's got 4 fouls. Do you go out of your offense to attack him and try and get him his 5th? Rob Lowe's got 4 fouls, Judd. Do you go out of your offense to attack him and get his 5th?
Look, if that happens organically, we'll take it. But otherwise, we just want to be solid and make sure that we get the right shots and being assertive wherever we are.
All the best for the last, Coach. Appreciate your time. Gee, I tell you what, we were riding every bit of that with Judd Flavel. They're out by 8.
Huge
big
shot.
Answer. Big answer.
Cam Glidden coming up big late. The veteran, very familiar with the stadium. He was all league a few years ago. We got a quick pause for a shot clock issue. The game clock's running when the shot clock's not. But here in this early start of the 4th quarter, my eyes on Corey Webster. And so is Coach Judd Flavel's. Corey Webster's going to try and influence this game with his offense. He's going to start being more aggressive. The Rams, if they send extra players, C-Web's got the ability to make that pass.
And you pulled out a stat there from the past. A lot of people may not remember. Cam Glidden, All-Star 5, 2019 that was with the Canterbury Rams.
Not so long ago, 5 years. He had a heck of a year. Helped that Ram squad get to the Final Four back in the day. That's what it was.
He was still in his 20s back then, Case.
Weren't we
Remember
all?
those days?
No, not really. It's been a while.
Early stages of this last quarter. Game on, as you would expect. Best 2 teams of the season. Putting on a show. Darling. MJ Walker now backs it out. Shot clock gets around Glidden. Floats it up. Floats it in.
Cam Glidden goes for the swipe, and when he gambles, it opens up the door for MJ Walker to attack off that left hand. Here it is. He thinks he's got a chance at it. Swipe to the left, comes through, and then a little tap on the head sends MJ Walker to the Chemist Warehouse for a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way.
Just the 4 points for MJ Walker today. Had 41, a season-high 41 earlier this season against the Tuatara on this floor.
Where did the Auckland team go? Who do they want offense? Is it going to be the C-Web pick and roll?
Webster to Glidden. Back to back.
Simple action, just a double away. Cam Glidden comes off it with pace, and the defense too late to affect it.
His 3rd triple of the afternoon. Little pocket pass inside.
Oh, is that Rob Lowe's 5th? Is that Rob Lowe's 5th?
Oh, I think it is.
He slipped down and he fell. It is. Rob Lowe's done.
Game over, season over for Rob Lowe.
It's the right call. I thought it might have been Corey Webster late, but Rob Lowe definitely, when he slipped down, just happens to get tied up with Max Darling on the drive. And Coach Aaron Young rolls the dice and it comes up snake eyes. Here it is. He just goes back, slips a little bit there when he gets a hand on the basketball.
Oh, there it is, right there on the arm.
The right call, the strength of Max Darling. And Max Darling knows.
He knew.
It's 5. Everybody on that Rams team knew.
What a massive blow for the Auckland Tuatara, their star center. Done.
Well, one thing this team is now is very fast. Tommy V has the ability to still help and control the rebounds. Until Auckland Olbrick comes back in the game, not that much of an advantage for the Rams in the size battle.
Darling from the Chemist Warehouse. Oh, gee whiz.
The Tuatara say it's a flop, but hard to flop from even 94 arms.
Bogdanovic with the miss. Glidden. Too far. Big block, MJ Walker. Now Tarangi.
Is that an N1? On the floor.
Contact, yeah. Geez, there's a lot of conversations taking place right now.
We didn't have a
pressure is building. And that pressure can bust pipes, but it can also build some diamonds.
Oh.
Well, that he leans his face into the shoulder of Ruben Terengi. You get what you get. Tries to sell it, doesn't get the whistle, but here's Terengi imposing the physicality after that.
Glidden to bring it in. Oh, they keep it here. Very, very lucky. I'd need to see that again. I reckon the Rams may be stiff.
From our angle, I think that's off Tommy V. But I'll tell you what, the most difficult place to inbound the ball from is this dead corner.
There's the hand.
Yeah, I think that's Tommy V.
Got away with one.
This is an easy place to deny passes. Ulbrich doesn't deny Dalton.
Webster, can he be the star again? Finds his way inside. Second effort. Can't put it down. Look at this. The Rams at the moment feeling it.
I will mention one thing. Charlie Dalton, if they're hanging off, can be a great screener, just like he was there. I'd like to see that again.
Oh, whistle. Guess what? KJ Buffin has stepped on the sideline.
Well, he just knew that one was going to be off. He wanted to keep his 7 for 8 shooting for the day. So he put the foot on the baseline. 6 points of difference, 8 minutes. But you can tell with the energy of the crowd that it feels like with every bucket, the fortune of the game is being decided.
And this is what home finals are all about. You earn the right, you bring your fans with you. And the Rams are certainly doing that right now. The place is rumbling. Tarangi, Long, Walter Brown. They're on the charge now. Rocky Aldrich is back out there.
He's got Tarangi guarding him in the post. What does he want to do with it?
Gets it now, sends it out. MJ Walker halfway down. Walter Brown, I was going to say nearly got away with one there, but he didn't.
That's going to be Walter Brown's fourth now. And Corey Webster, that's twice on the direct pass from his man into the paint. Oh, is that's twice that he sagged off and opened that look. That he cannot help from the strong side there. And Walter Brown just got his hand tugged into Tommy V. That's a good whistle. Walter Brown's fourth personal, he heads to the bench.
No doubt about the call. 7.5 to play. Season climax. Webster, the star, Corey Webster.
There it is. That's what he wants. Get me to 15. Let me elevate over all the defenders and drop it in.
He's the man. You're always nervous as an opponent. Judd Flavel knows it. He saw it in favour of the Rams this time last year. Taylor Tarangi
with the block.
Oh,
Watch this three go up.
Here we go. Corey Webster, no. Charlie Dalton, yes.
His work on the glass today has been fantastic. Charlie Dalton hits the shot. He's up to 10 points, but that's his 5th rebound, 2nd offensive.
Played a role, hasn't he, Case?
Played a role to bring them back within 2.
It all tightens up again. Buffin. Kaya Isaac. Deep, and now a chance to tie or lead the game.
Since Rob Lowe has fouled out, the offense has gotten stagnant. We're not seeing the rim attacks by the Rams. They need to be more aggressive.
Webster around Isaac. Corner. Glidden, another triple. No.
That's a good look. Nice pass by Corey Webster after drawing the defense.
Britt Ulbrich, the captain and the young star. Taylor Britt high off the glass.
What a shot. Excellent defense by Charlie Dalton, but the shot making there just at a higher level.
Cam Glidden firing away, goes early.
Little quick. Timeout for the Tuatara coming up. Aaron Young doesn't like the offense.
KJ Buffin.
That's a 6-point swing there. And those are the kind of swings that can absolutely win you a ball game. Cam Glidden takes the quick shot, doesn't make it. The quick attack on transition. KJ Buffin lets it fly. Taking another look at the Taylor Britt shot. The left-hand scoop somehow finds the net. And then this one, KJ Buffin, last time he caught it there, stepped out of bounds. This time, drains the triple. And now he is up to 21 points in the ball game. 8 for 9 from the field, 4 for 4 from deep.
What a game this afternoon from KJ Buffin. Speaking of games, this season closes today, but then we look forward ahead. GJ Gardner-Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa season number 3. It all tips off on October 4. Every game live on Sky Sport. Margin at 7, Case. What are the messages here from each coach?
Well, I think it's a little bit more patience for the Tuatara. I think they're going to be over there talking about, hey, we need to get through our stuff. We're down only a couple of shots here. We don't need to panic. We don't need quick shots. Just trust the offense. Trust your teammates. For the Rams, if I'm Coach Judd Flavel, I'm saying stay aggressive. Push this ball in transition. Attack the rim on the drive. Don't settle for shots. Go out there and win this championship. Don't let it come to you.
There's enough time left in the game. MVP. We want to hear from the viewers. It's your vote. There's the QR code. Lockie Olbrich, KJ Buffin leading the way. I reckon we've got some very, very switched on viewers today.
Well, they're right. I wouldn't mind seeing Rob Lowe a little bit higher. He had 17.7 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks when he fouled out. But I can understand why the Rams fans are thinking it's going to go that way.
Again, the crowd full of voice. Webster, one way, then the other, releases over the top. Wow.
Oh my. C. Webb puts a hush on the crowd as he hits his 19th point of the ball game, and that is a high degree of difficulty.
We've seen it before, Casey Frank.
They've seen it before. That's why they're quiet in here.
Taylor Britt. Olbrich wanted it inside. Britt goes it alone. That one off to the left.
I want to go to my big. He's got that size mismatch. I'd attack down low as much as possible, make that defense bend.
Here he goes again. Webster around Isaac over Olbrich. Dalton flying through. 2 missed opportunities for the Tuatara. Olbrich spinning off the body of Dalton. Look at Lockie.
Just too much size. If the help doesn't come when he's got that room to spin, he's going to be able to impose his will because of the physical gifts he has.
He's staring down a 30-piece again. They just leave Dalton all alone out there. Webster. Dalton, hard pass. It ends up with Glidden. Got to come up with something. 3 on the block. Vodanovic.
What a rebound by Ruben Taremi. He likes this post. Charlie Dalton gonna let it fly.
He does this time from deep.
Well, that looked good too.
Rebound number 15 for Lockie Olbrich.
You can feel the tension in this gym. They can taste that title, but it is not out of the reach of the Tuatara just yet.
Olbrich, oh, how about the pass?
Well, Charlie Dalton tries to get the charge, doesn't get it. Nice ball movement by Kaya Isaac. He's up to 9 points.
Little look away from Olbrich inside. Glidden, Dalton, too much on it. Oh, you sense it now. You sense it. Olbrich sends it out to Kaya Isaac. They settle.
Well, if I'm the Rams, I'm probably going to be a little less aggressive now. Let a little bit more time come into my hands because the shot clock is now my friend. With 3:30 left to play, there's maybe 10 possessions left in this ball game, 10 or 12 if you run out the entirety of the clock. So you just want to take your time and use up that shot clock every chance you get with a 9-point lead and just 3:30 remaining.
Charlie Dalton felt that. Lockie Olbrich with the look-away pass at the other end. That's his 6th assist. What a game.
Well, Charlie Dalton out. They put in Brandon Uele.
He can't breathe. That's why he's not out there. Brown.
That would have been the shot that blew off the roof, but the Tuatara now a chance to respond.
Got to come up with something. Vodanovic is fouled.
That's the right call. Plenty of contact. It wasn't early, it was late on the arm as he's trying to lay it up. The aggressiveness of Tommy V there.
There's the foul. Tommy V playing in his 9th team since 2020, including everything he's done around the world. And he's done it most successfully. 19.7 rebounds a game this season. The weight of the world on his shoulders.
He's been hit and miss from the stripe today. He's now 6 for 9. But this 7th one will open that door just a bit for the Tuatara if they can string another stop together.
They're hanging in there. Still a long way to go. When you consider what we saw in the semi-finals, anything can happen from here. Let's not forget the Rams led by 9 against the Airs with a minute to play in regulation time.
Great space, and the double can't come. Olbrich on his own.
Oh, lucky Olbrich, 29 in the game.
Really nice spacing there, taking their time, allowing him to go one-on-one because of the geometry of the court.
Webster. Iuli on the move underneath Bogdanovic. Tommy V.
Iuli had a decision to make there. Wide open in the corner. He couldn't let it fly, but didn't have confidence, and so he attacked. We go back to Olbrich in the post, just banging him down. Has the size advantage, gets to a spot, drops it in. Here we see Iuli. Beautiful dish off there. MJ Walker hustling, just happens to get the whistle because of the wrong place. The right call, and now a chance to make it a 2-possession ball game with a make here.
They refuse to go away. Bridesmaids for the last 2 seasons. Bogdanovic goes long.
Huge miss. Tommy V 20 points, but he dearly wishes he had 21.
7 of 11 from the Chemist Warehouse for Tommy V today. Brown.
Look at the work down low. Tommy V. He is made out of steel.
MJ Walker.
There it is. That could be it. That shot right there. Timeout to the Tuatara.
Hey, wowee. Corey Webster and Walter Brown. I reckon Corey Webster's in trouble here. Didn't need to do that. And the Rams respond. They are not happy.
Well, what they don't need to be is have an entire team over there, because that's just stupid. They need to get away from the opposition. And now we're going to hear the officials talk about it.
Well, Corey Webster on the whistle for the timeout. Well, here you go. We're going to see it on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Watch this with the ball.
So the whistle's called
default situation, right? Game clock is
you see what I don't.
To have the timeout would have made that never happen.
Straight away, yeah.
Certainly look a lot more forceful from our end.
Check Corey. Just about to go under 2 minutes.
Yeah. Who was it? You got a chance to Walter as well.
Can just hear the coin officials now in the background having a chat about this.
I don't think they're making an extra call. I don't think there's going to be any whistle on the activity. Nice job. They talked it out. They got them split up. There's no whistle coming. Corey, I think looking at that, well, I think you don't have to do that. I think possibly he might not have heard the whistle yet, just in case he's throwing it in. But more than anything else, he just chucked in the ball in the face of Walter Brown.
Yeah, he did. Timeout for the Tuatara. Let's go straight down to the sidelines. Hugh Bainan.
We were here last week. We were here last week, boys. Those are the words of MJ Walker to his Canterbury Rams team. Let's finish it.
Well, it was a week ago. 2 minutes left. They were up 11, and the Airs came back to put it into overtime. Can the Tuatara do the same thing?
Well, that is the job ahead for Aaron Young and his team. MJ Walker, what a big shot that was. Margin at 10.
Ruben, if you need it, you can run. Here we go.
Rob Lowe fouled out. This Tuatara team, it is now or never. Just over 2 to play. Again, the crowd in unison in the Cowles cauldron. They can sense it. Webster.
Great contest by Walter Brown. Almost got a hand on it. Excellent screen, good offense. Just can't get it to drop. This Tuatara don't get a stop here. This one's over.
Time's on their side. Taylor Britt, experienced. Brown turning on Webster and finishing.
Walter Brown up to 10 points on that drive, 7 rebounds as well. Tuatara can respond.
Webster, too much English on it. Now Olbrich, Brown, corner, MJ Walker.
Just like that, the Canterbury Rams plant their flag on a title. Player timeout called. Not a full timeout, player timeout called. So with 1:25, 15 points the difference, it's going to take essentially a miracle to come back. But I did say that the Rams were up 11 with 2 minutes left. They were also up 9 with a minute left. And it still got to OT. This one, not quite over yet.
Staring down the barrel at 3 consecutive grand final losses. The Tuatara, it would be the first time in the 43-year history of the Cowles NBL. The Rams, 6th title awaits, back-to-back, forming a dynasty. Corey Webster, in and out. Albrecht, another rebound, number 18 for him.
What a game. He's looking like an MVP to me. MVP in the regular season, quite likely picking up another trophy here. And this is about all she wrote here. Last licks for the Tuatara if they can't get a stop.
15-point margin. Taylor Britt loves that spot. And that's why the captain comes up with another 2. Inside the last minute, the crowd knows it. The Rams bench know it. Everyone at home, you know it. This Rams team is about to celebrate. Webster with the foul. The forlorn look of Rob Lowe.
Well, deja vu all over again. The Rams have been here before. And they're about to be here again.
Timeout, Rams. The celebrations are going to start early. The noise in this place is unbelievable.
Well, you know, there's something to be said for the big gyms, but when a crowd gets hype in one of these little tinny bad boys, the sound echoes, feels like a cauldron, and it was a cauldron that the Auckland Tuatara have not been able to stand since Rob Lowe fouled out. That was the turning point in the ball game. He goes to the bench, and the game has completely changed since that point.
There he is, Rob Lowe, listening in to the words of Aaron Young. Lockie Albrecht, 29 points today, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 triples, 11 of 16 shooting. Champions, another banner awaits this Judd Flavel-led team.
How about Judd Flavel? And how about Judd Flavel, the way he put this squad together?
Look at this. How about the response as the Rams step back out? Fans are on their feet.
When Rob Lowe fouled out, the score was 80-75. And since that point, a 22-10 run for the Rams.
Tells you everything, doesn't it? 35 to play. Oh, I gotta love this crowd. You can hear it for yourself. Shot clock at 8. Can't dribble this one out. Taylor Britt. Corner. Buffin Jr., second time of the quarter, steps on the sideline, and the crowd goes silent.
Well, this could just be about it. The Tuatara most likely going to take one more shot. Yuli hits it for his first bucket of the ball game.
Oh, this is it, Case. This is it. Your 2024 Cowles NBL champions, back-to-back, the Canterbury Rams. What about that? A 15-point win, back-to-back, a 6th title for the Wheel and Motor Company, Canterbury Rams. Judd Flavel, his 4th title as a coach. Commiserations to the Auckland Tuatara. But this afternoon, Casey Frank, it is a sea of red.
Is it exactly as the regular season foretold it? They went 16-0 at one point in the season. Lackley Ulbrich on this Ram squad when he plays 17-1 this season. Now 18-1, 19-1 in killing the 2 finals games. 21 times he played, 19 or 20 times he won. Fantastic effort. Really impressive job by the Rams. in the end, they just did not have enough to the Tuatara without Rob Lowe on the court. And that enabled them, this Ram squad, to go back-to-back for the first time since the Wellington Saints in 2019.
So much to love about this team. Workmanlike, clinical. They have put together a most impressive season, and now they celebrate. On their home floor, in front of their home fans. And boy, oh boy, were they treated to a show here this afternoon. Full of voice, full of emotion, and full of enjoyment. Rated E for exciting in 2024. A 15-point win for the Canterbury Rams. Let's head down to Casey. He's got the fans MVP, Lockie Olbrich.
No, I mean, you look pretty happy. How's it feel, man?
Fantastic. Like, so stoked. Bunch of great guys. We all deserve it, man. Every one of us.
A lot of fans at home don't know the work that goes into a title. I mean, 18 weeks playing basketball here, the blood, the sweat, the tears, all worth it?
Man, so much work. Every training, Judd has us going, you know, neck and neck, like pushing each other, and that's how we get here. You know, I guarantee out of every team in this league, we'd be working the hardest in our trainings, getting extra reps, weight room, everything.
Tell me about your teammates. They came together. You had the MVP season. You're probably going to be the MVP of this game after what you put together. 25 points out there, a ton of rebounds. But tell me about your teammates and how they lifted you to this moment.
Yeah, no, they're my biggest supporters, you know, my teammates, my family back home, you know, people on the bench that may not be playing, they're all cheering for everything we do out there. So it's good to know that they got our back, and man, we got the best teammates.
I mean, a crazy year for you. Obviously, some personal tragedy at the start of the season when it came through. I'm sure that's a difficult time, but when you come to this, you think of your father, you think of the time you had together, what he brought. I'm sure it makes it that much more special.
Yeah, I know my dad's out there watching me, and, you know, really happy for me. So, yeah, just, you know, giving my all for him, you know.
Game like this, New Zealand's been maybe a blip in the radar of your career. You're 20 years old. You're the MVP of the trophy. You're chasing things from here. You got a long way to go, but enjoy this one tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Casey.
Well, Lockie Olbrich, what a game from the MVP. Emotions there. He's had a heck of a few months. The captain, Taylor Britt, and look at the crowd. Look at the anguish. Look at the excitement. And look at that workmanlike stare. The fun. KJ Buffin. Judd Flavel is a four-time Sal's NBL championship winning coach. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Judd, four-time championship coach now, coach of the year this year. The players did great, but an organization isn't just the players, not just the coaching staff. What has brought this Rams championship back-to-back to fruition?
Yeah, I think leadership always starts at the top, doesn't it? I mean, great organizations, great cultures. It always starts from there, and the Harrison family have been like instrumental in the Rams over the years. They play a massive role down here, and just not just the Rams, but everything. You know, the Polkai, the Eagles program, the whole Canterbury basketball scene is in a fantastic place. I think it's a great model, but it starts with those guys, and we're just reaping the rewards.
All right, enough of the fish heads. Let's talk a little bit about the players. Lachlan Olbrich, what can you say about this 20-year-old? Went through personal tragedy this year, MVP of the season. I'm pretty sure he's going to be MVP today after that performance. Carried this team at times in today's game.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it all week, or maybe the last few months, or the last few weeks, sorry. There's been talk about him, and look, difficult situation to come back to, you know, and with leaving home, leaving family, it's tough. He has just got the world in front of him, man. Like, he's as good a player that he is, that you see on the floor, just an even better human being. What he means to us is obviously we run a lot of our stuff through him. and he's a tough matchup for people. The battle he had with Rob was fantastic. Obviously played a key role when Rob went out, but yeah, he's one that's will be in his corner, whatever that looks like going forward. But yeah, special kid.
Taylor Britt, the leap he's made from a season ago, 2 points in the final. This year, All-Star 5. And at times, his leadership tonight, when you needed that ship righted, he was the one out there doing it.
Yeah, he's been the leader the whole season. Like Taylor, when I first got down here, 2-3 years ago, just the amount of growth that he's had as a leader, his confidence, where he's playing, and as we know, like that's half the battle is having that confidence in your ability and self-belief. And that's just transferred into the team. We go as good as Taylor goes, and I think he drives this vehicle as good as anybody in this league.
Well, that's 2, chasing 3 next year.
We'll just celebrate tonight first.
Congratulations, Juddy.
Well, what a resume Judd Flavel is putting together. Now a 4-time championship winning coach. And he spoke about leadership. A great coach needs a great captain, and Taylor Britt is certainly a great captain. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Taylor, coming into that fourth quarter, it could have gone either way. What was it about this team in the fourth quarter that was able them to execute to the level and get this title?
I don't know, just staying with it, keeping our effort consistent. We had that little patch to start the second half. Juddy called a timeout. We knew it wasn't good enough with our effort and just pick it up. We knew that we had the legs, we got a lot of depth, and we could just keep going throughout the whole season. And that's what we've done, a team effort, and got it done tonight as well.
Last year, you didn't have as much effect in this game. You had 2 points tonight. This year, you're All-Star 5 as a young player. Looking at hearing about the Rams win trophies, now you're part of it, back-to-back titles. What does that mean to be from this region and to play at the level you played at and to help bring that title here?
Yeah, it means a lot. I've said it a million times. I grew up watching the Rams. I wanted to play for the Rams, and I guess it's just like the growth that we've done in this community. Us young guys coming through now, we can compete with everyone in New Zealand, and yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Coach Judd Flavel. He's now won 4 titles with 3 different teams, the coach of the year this year. How much of an influence did he have on this group, and how has he kept you together this season?
Yeah, I guess he's a pretty good coach. He wins everywhere he goes, and there's a reason for that. Just the culture that he builds, the confidence that he puts in us players. Yeah, it's second to none. He's an amazing guy, amazing coach, and we love to have him down here in Canterbury.
Yourself, Lackey, they got the accolades, but this is a big team. A lot of guys stepping up, from the Rapid League young guys all the way to the other starters, the backups. So many team through. Anybody you want to shout out on the squad?
Just shout out everyone, all the guys that came to trainings all years. Maybe they didn't get to play in the grand final tonight, but their work throughout the year, making training super competitive and holding us to our standard throughout the year. That's why we're a good team, because we got guys like that just keeping our standard.
Congratulations, hell of a season.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Shout out to all the fans. Thank you very much to our sponsors.
Hell of a season indeed. Taylor Britt, captain of the Rams, as they celebrate and rejoice. 15-point winners. They are your 2024 Cowles NBL champions. Coming up after the break, the presentations come your way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to commence the 2024 Cowles NBL Grand Final Awards ceremony. And I'll start with a congratulations to both teams, because what an entertaining way to finish the 43rd season of the Cowles NBL. Congratulations to the Auckland Tuatara and the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams. I now welcome the Cowles NBL Commission Chairperson Tracy Garland to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for coming down. What a final. I cannot believe the Rams have gone back-to-back to basically go in the footsteps of the 89-1990 Canterbury Rams. And what a privilege to have Keith Mayer here in the crowd, the coach from back in that time, to see it happen. Just amazing. Commiserations to the Tuatara. It was a great final. I think you guys can hold your heads high. It's always tough in a crowd like this, because the fans in Cowles Stadium, you guys are amazing, the things that you've achieved here today. Give yourself a round of applause. And the league is really proud to be able to bring home finals back to the Cowles NBL, because I think it's bringing it home to play in front of your hometown. If you get that win on the ladder, it really makes a difference. And we've seen it tonight, because you guys brought your boys home. It was incredible. I just need to say thank you to a few really important people, if you'll bear with me, because we have so many great partners and sponsors that are with us throughout the season. Sal's Authentic New York Pizza. Nick, James, honestly, you're the best partners that any league could ever hope for. It's just incredible. GJ Gardner, again, the support that we get from GJ Gardner is just amazing, and it's just throughout New Zealand. Every place we go, they're supporting it. It's just such a boon for New Zealand basketball that we have these great people who are here giving back and looking after our sport. I would also like to thank Sky Broadband and all the people at Sky who basically put the hours in to get these games on TV for everybody. Justin Nelson, who is just incredible. Justin, where are you? I think he's over there. Justin, without Justin, these leagues and the innovations that he comes up with just wouldn't be here. And honestly, it's making our league just go forward step by step. Thanks, Justin. I want to say thank you to Coin, New Balance, R-Line, Molten, Chemist Warehouse, and Basketball New Zealand. I think the innovations that Basketball New Zealand are allowing to let this league be the special league that it is incredible. You know, introducing the Rapid League this year has been amazing, allowing our young players to be able to innovate and have the opportunity to play against experienced players. And it's shown at the Under-17 World Champs, where our boys came through 4th in the world, which is truly incredible from the experience they're getting. I also want to thank the game officials, because without the referees, we absolutely couldn't have these games. And throughout New Zealand, the guys put the hours in. Ken Colson organises those guys. The statisticians, which are the stats teams, which make all those numbers work. With Sharon Irwood, who puts the time in to get those people working hard. Our score benches, our game day volunteers, all the people on the ground. And every time you come out to a game, there's so many people behind the scenes. And that's what's great about basketball in New Zealand, is the people behind the scenes that make it happen. Also, Basketball New Zealand staff, can I just say a huge thank you to Marie. Can we all give Marie a round of applause? Marie Taylor does such an incredible job the whole year. And also the Sky production and commentary team, who do an incredible job with Casey Frank and all the other commentators who do amazing things throughout the year. It really makes it entertaining for everybody. Thank you so much. Lastly, I'd like to say thank you very much to the fans, because without the fans, we certainly wouldn't have the game that we have. So thank you very much. I can't wait to see what happens next year, but 2024 was certainly really special, and congratulations to the Rams on an amazing season.
Thank you, Tracy, and I'll ask you just to stick around and present the Coin game officials with their medals. We have a few season milestone awards to present also. We can't do it without the Coin game officials, and congratulations to all three for being selected for the NBL Grand Final today. Our Coin game officials are Marty Davison, Matt Bathurst. We also celebrate Matt reaching his 200th game milestone in the grand final this afternoon. And the crew chief, Callum Welch. Callum is also the 2024 Coin Referee of the Year and reached his 100th game milestone last week in the semi-final between the Rams and the Airs. A big thank you and congratulations to our Coin Game officials. I'd now like to invite Director of Sales Authentic New York Pizza, Matt Turner, up to say some words. Nick Turner, I should say. Thank you.
Thanks, you. Appreciate it. Just on behalf of Sales, on James, myself, and everybody at Sales, we just want to say how proud we are to be 7 years sponsoring this fantastic event. The teams are just getting better and better. The crowds are phenomenal, and we are so proud to be part of it. So Justin has done a phenomenal job, Marie, and the rest of the team at Basketbol New Zealand, Dave, Dylan, Tracy, and a big thanks to Justin and Sky Sports. So once again, thanks to the volunteers and all the athletes, including the physios. So thanks very much, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Thank you, Nick. I'll also invite James Caulfield, Marketing and Brand Manager, to help Nick present the next few awards. And we start with our finals MVP. Congratulations from the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams, Lachlan Olbrich. The Sales NBL runner-up medals will be presented by Neil and Mike Fraser from GJ Gardner Homes franchisees and the presenting partners of the Sales NBL. Our runners-up today are the Auckland Tuatara. And I'd like to welcome you up to collect your medals. Braden Yulee. Tukaha Cooper. Chris McIntosh, Cam Glidden, Josh Ledger, Ruben Fitzgerald, Ruben Tarangi, Corey Webster, Charlie Dalton, Rob Lowe, Nick Barrow, Tom Vodanovich, Assistant Coach Sonny Tuaputa, Assistant Coach Josiah Mama, Physio Chris Johns, Physio Dave Beattie, Head Coach Aaron Young, General Manager of Operations Debbie Howard, General Manager Dale Budge, and CEO Regan Wood. Another great season from the Auckland Tuatara. Congratulations, fellas. And now to the big one. Your Sales NBL champions for 2024. And the trophy and the medals will be presented by Nick and James from Sales. Your Sales NBL Grand Final champions for 2024, the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams. MJ Walker. MJ Walker, KJ Buffin, Walter Brown, Tama Isaac, Hugo Gonzalez, Kaya Isaac, who also wins the Sky Broadband Rapid League MVP and is named in the All-Star 5. Max Starling, Max Stoddard, Takiula Farrington, Lachlan Olbrich, who also wins Youth Player of the Year, is named to the All-Star 5 and was Sal's NBL MVP. Corbin Mason, Head Coach Judd Flavel, Assistant Coach Liam Connolly, Assistant Coach Quinn Clinton, Craig Hickford, Adam Morgan, Josh Nichol, Manager Guy Irwin, Physio Stuart Knapstein, Strength and Conditioning Coach Tom Folks, and your captain, Taylor Britt. The Sal's NBL champions for 2024, the Canterbury Rams.
How about that? Your 2024 Sal's NBL champions, the Wheeler Motor Company, Canterbury Rams. What a massive season they have had and what a performance they put on this afternoon. Quite incredible. We were here with similar poses and similar photos 12 months ago. This time, however, they got to do it on their home floor in front of their fans. Judd Flavel, the man can coach, ladies and gentlemen. What a performance this afternoon. Max Darling, hometown favourite. So many local stars in this team. They are a production line when it comes to elite level basketballers. And today they celebrate their 6th Sal's NBL title. And a dynasty is being built right here in Christchurch. Lockie Olbrich holding the trophy right now, league MVP, grand final MVP. And how about KJ Buffin today? 21 points for him. Coming back from injury, he starred. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, KJ, you've been out with a high ankle sprain for about a month. 29 minutes today. What was it like to get your body back up to that level of competition in such a short amount of time?
It was just the moment, really. It won't be hard for anybody to get up for the championship game, so just adrenaline. I was just ready to go today.
It had to be more than adrenaline. 8 for 9 from the field, though. There's a lot of skill being shown there. Your three-point shot developed to such a high level this year. What was it about playing this Rams environment that seemed to bring out the best of you when your team needed it most?
My team, the fans, coaches, everybody just gave me confidence throughout the year, so it just made me want to just play how I play. It just sometimes shots goes in. It went in today.
Looking out there was a lot of physicality. What could you say about this game against the Tuatara? Looked neck and neck at the entirety of that one. You guys were able to pull it up. What was it about your game plan that gave you that advantage?
Just sticking to the game plan. Really, we coached did a good job of scouting, taking away things that we want to take away from players, and we just play hard, really.
Appreciate the time. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Well, KJ Buffin today, as we said, back from that ankle injury. High sprain ankle, less than 100%. Didn't show it though, did he? 21 points, as you heard, 8 of 9 shooting. And 4 of 4 triples as well. He brought this crowd to their feet so many times here today. Speaking of young stars, it is a production line here in Christchurch, and one of the very best that has come through the system is Walter Brown. Here he is with Case.
Walter, all you do is win, man. What a year. You win one here, win one in Tasmania, win back here again. Whirlwind ride. What made this one with the Rams special?
I think, just cementing that, we're a good team. Winning it last year was great. A lot of teams can win it one-off, but, cement, put a stamp on the league that, a group of young guys from Canterbury can get it done 2 years in a row, it's an amazing feeling.
So many players your age, great on the offensive end, not so good at the little things, not so good at the defense, the small things. But today, you are all the little plays, the big rebounds, the big assists. How has your game developed to this stage of maturity at such a young age in terms of years?
It's just time on the court, coaches trusting me. We practice hard, we push each other, and I think just the rewards of that is showing out here, so pretty happy.
I mean, you speak about the development, this young squad, a lot of young guys from the area coming together. What's it been like to come up with a bunch of guys in the age range, and you've had more of a role, but all of you together winning titles with this Ram squad?
Yeah, it's an incredible feeling. I don't really know how to describe it that well, but like, it's like a brotherhood. Everyone's like within 5 years of each other. There's like not a lot of veterans in our team, so to pull it off it's a great feeling. Back-to-back
titles. You're going to come back, chase number 3 next year?
I don't see why not.
There we go. Appreciate it, Alto. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers.
Well, Walter Brown today, 10 points for him, 7 rebounds. Gee, that third quarter, his fingerprints were all over this game. In and under, Mr. 1%er, doing it at both ends of the floor. 15-point winners today, the Rams, 102-87. Commiserations to the Tuatara, but a simply outstanding season for the team in red. Hugh Bainan, Casey Frank, take it away for season 2024.
Well, the party's already started here, obviously, and here comes one of the great moments of winning a championship. Casey cutting down the net, and who more deserving than Judd Flavel up there getting the first cut?
As much as the players did it, this is Judd Flavel's championship once again. He has done such a good job of getting this team up to a level of excellence. The program in its entirety is fantastic. What they've been able to do from the top down, just so impressive. And I don't see now why they're not going to be chasing another one next year.
Wrap it up, Casey. I mean, the Canterbury Rams they deserve this, obviously deserve. They win the grand final 102-87. They go on a 16-game winning streak. They have been the team all season for 2 seasons. And another banner is going to hang up there. No one can have any complaints, can they?
I mean, a testament to the young talent they've developed here, a testament to the development program they've pulled about. But more, it's just championship courage, man. They came out, they've showed it. They were down early, and they came back and got it done.
The South NBL goes from strength to strength. The Canterbury Rams plant their flag for the 2nd year in a row. What a season. E for entertaining, and now F for finished.